River region. This is an achievement that not everyone can obtain, and graduates, you are surrounded by your family and friends, so give them a round of applause for their support and sacrifice of making you shine today. I want to begin by thanking President Montgomery for inviting me. With your leadership, this administration has developed Trenholm into one of the premier community colleges in the Southeast. You graduates are benefiting from visionary, passionate leaders and professors who have one goal in mind, and that is to see you succeed. Graduates, I love how you have brought your families and children along today. And speaking of children, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. By being here and receiving your diplomas in front of your children, you are giving them a clear message. Education is the ultimate path to success and taking care of your family. And my family is here with me tonight. My parents, Cedric and Audrey Bradford, my grandmother, Alma Bradford, and my husband, J.C. Love. You can stand up. JC's name may sound familiar as he is a candidate in the Montgomery mayoral election, and I'm very proud of him. I come from a family of educators. My maternal grandfather was an elementary school principal in Tuscaloosa. My grandmothers were teachers in Tuscaloosa and Prattville. My mother taught in the Montgomery public school system for 30 years, and my paternal grandfather taught for a short time in Autauga County. JC and I had no children when I was studying and training to become a dermatologist, but we now have 3. As President Montgomery said, a 1-year-old son and 2- and 3-year-old daughters. And even though they are young, we already have our 3-year-old in a reading program. We are already teaching them, as our grandparents taught us, that an education is the one thing no one can ever take away from you. For over half a century, thousands of graduates from Trenholm have made up the bulk of businesses and hospital systems here in Montgomery and the surrounding counties. I have one from my office here tonight. Marcy Cook graduated from Trenholm. You can stand up, Marcy, in cosmetology and medical assistant. And she went on to get her degree in nursing, and so now she is one of my dermatology nurses, and I could not run my practice without her dedication and commitment to medicine. With a college education, there are a number of job opportunities available if you are willing to put in the work and take initiative. I was a majorette in high school at Sidney Lanier High School. Any poets in the house? My band director, the late Charles Cooper, would start each band practice off with a quote, and I'm sure you've heard it before. There are no shortcuts to success. I've been in countless classes and had numerous professors in life, but Mr. Cooper's words have stuck with me and many of my classmates from high school, because it was the most practical life advice we ever received. Repeat it with me, graduates. There are no shortcuts to success. You already know this, don't you? It takes a lot of hard work to become successful, and I have complete faith in you because many of you have faced tough challenges along the way. Many of you have gone to school while working and taking care of a family, and it's a mark of character that you persevered. And tonight, the hard work paid off like it always does. By receiving this diploma, you have achieved so much, but you are not done. Success takes hard work, and you are just getting started. Anyone who knows me knows that I love to read, I love to dance, and I love college football. One of my favorite books is entitled Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. In his acclaimed book, he describes people who famously achieve legendary success. He says the most successful people work hard on their job or craft. 10,000 hours before they arrive at their top level. When I read his book, there were two people that came to mind. The first person is a performer, and I know there are some members of the Beehive in the audience. And although she's been gifted with beauty and a gorgeous voice, I believe what sets Beyonce Knowles Carter apart from her other performers is her work ethic. If you've ever seen her perform, she performs for 3 hours straight without stopping. She was recently named the first African-American female artist to headline Coachella, one of the largest musical festivals in the world. But she did not stop with her performance. She created a Netflix documentary, a new album, and is embarking on another worldwide tour, all from her weekend Coachella performance. This is working overtime. For those college football fans in the audience like myself, I'm particularly fond of a certain coach in the western part of the state, not only because I'm an alumnus of the University of Alabama, but because of the amount of success that Nick Saban has achieved. He went 7-6 during his first season at Alabama, but since then he has won 5 of the last 10 national championships. His coaches and players bought into his process, which involves intensely focusing on the things that you can control. That process ultimately helps the team reach their goal. Class of 2019, are you willing to work hard and work long for your dreams? Yes. I don't know your future, I don't know your gifts or passions, and I don't know what personal struggles you have. I do know that some of you are the first in your family to graduate college, and you did it while holding down a job and taking care of a child. I know that some of you will receive a degree with no idea what is next. Others of you will take this degree and invest what you've learned into a job, a trade, or a business. You may have heard the quote that when you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life. It may sound corny, but I believe it is the truth. I love being a doctor, and I love being a dermatologist. So start dreaming and plan for it, because a dream without a plan is just a wish. As your dreams come to fruition and you begin achieving your success, always remember that to whom much is given, much is expected. My father owns an insurance agency here in Montgomery, and he has always encouraged me and my sisters to stay grounded and get involved in our communities. Another person who inspired me to serve was the late Beverly Ross, your former Dean of Students here at Trenholm. She was a close family friend and a true servant leader here in Montgomery. In many ways, I emulated her. I became involved with several civic organizations, including Youth Leadership Montgomery in high school, a member of her sorority in college, and Leadership Montgomery as an adult when I moved back to the area 6 years ago. She died on August 19, 2015, 20 minutes before the birth of my first daughter, Caroline. I pray that her tenacious and giving spirit lives on in all of my children. As you can see, being successful in your career requires hard work, time, and perseverance. How much time it takes does not matter. What matters is that you keep doing your best, working hard with integrity toward excellence, and that you never quit. I do know that it took me 16 years of education and training after high school to become a board-certified dermatologist. That included 4 years of undergraduate school, 4 years of medical school, 5 years of residency training, and 3 years of fellowship. I'm not asking you to take that long, but I'm proud of my education and training, and there were no shortcuts. My success was not an accident. I took advantage of the gifts that God gave me and worked hard toward achieving my goal. My parents always taught me that talent and luck get you only so far in life. It is the amount of work you are willing to put in that push you through that door. So Trenholm, class of 2019, are you ready to work hard? Yes. Are you going to push through, taking no shortcuts, and do your best? Yes. Well, while working hard in the professional world, I want you to remember 3 things. Number 1, be confident. Never underestimate the impact you can make. Strive to make yourself invaluable no matter what your role is. That is what it means to do your job well. Number 2, believe in yourself. I did not do this as a first-year medical student. I had a professor tell me that I was not dermatology material because I was not at the top of my class, and this is why I initially went into another field of medicine. Unfortunately, I allowed someone else's assessment of myself change my trajectory. I eventually came back to dermatology, but it took some time and energy. Now, I always tell students to get advice from different people in the field of your choice, and don't rely on just one person. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, once said, "Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become." And finally, number 3, know who you are and whose you are. As graduates of Trenholm State Community College, you all are standing on the shoulders of giants. In the words of the author James Baldwin, your crown has been paid for, so put it on your head and wear it well. Find your passion, work hard to see it come to fruition, and have faith in God's plan for you. His grace and His mercy will always see you through. Thank you, congratulations, and remember,